Hi, in today's video we're going to find out if having daily targets of how much you're supposed to make does work. So most of my friends are actually having like targets of how much money they're supposed to make in a day in terms of percentage or even fixed amount. But as for me, that is something I actually tried out and it's something I actually stopped. So in today's video I'm going to share my experience with having daily targets of how much you're supposed to make and if it does work and if it is something advisable that you should do. So before I get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you are new. What are Forex daily targets? So this is actually where you actually tell yourself that from now on I would like to be making, let us say, a 5% every day or a $5 every day. Okay, so that is something which you actually tell yourself and you're supposed to be making at least like supposed to be hitting your target each and every day. So how do our forex trading daily targets work? So let us say you deposit $100 into your forex trading account, okay, and you tell yourself that you would like to be making, let us say, a 5% every day or a $5 every day. Okay, so yes, it is achievable. Making a $5 every day, it is something achievable from $100. And if you're able to make $5 every day, this means that in 30 days you're going to have about $150, which is 150% of the $100 you deposit. And finally, at the end of the month, you get to have of about $250 dollars in total, okay, which is a 5% every day. Okay, but things are not that simple. Okay, there are some times whereby you end up making negatives or you end up making less or you fail to hit your daily target or maybe you simply make more than your daily target. Okay, so this brings another question like what happens when you fail to hit your daily target? Okay, because sometimes the market can just be bad, like from nowhere just you end up finding yourself making negatives or making less. So what happens in such a case? Okay, so as I have said earlier on, like it's not always that things will run smoothly, but before I answer this question, like what happens if you fail to hit your target profit, let me also bring up another question, which brings to, is having forex trading daily targets necessary? Like, is it advisable? Should you have a limit of how much you're supposed to make? Okay, so I'm going to share this based on my experience, and what I'm going to talk about might, you might not agree to it, but some of you might agree to it. But otherwise, feel free to comment your opinions about this. So according to my experience, actually, okay, is having limits or targets good or bad? Okay, so first of all, let's analyze both situations. Let's talk about the advantages of having daily profits making targets, and also I'm going to talk about the disadvantages of having targets. So let's start with the advantages. Okay, so one of the advantages of having daily targets is that, let us say you make a $5 today. Okay, it's possible that you might stop yourself from. So the first advantage of having daily target is that, let us say you make a $5 within an hour. Okay, that means that you're going to stop trading because you've hit your target, and that can actually save you from trading further, which might like make you end up making extra losses and which can chew up your profits eventually. So by having your daily target is actually a good thing because you will not be forced like trying to make a million in one day, because once you make the amount you're supposed to make, you stop and try to do other stuff. So it can as well like save you time, and you also have some time to do other things like play games, okay, chill out and so on. Okay, so the other advantage why you should have a daily target is that it can help you know how efficient your trading strategy is. So if you incorporate your daily target into your strategy, you'll be able to know if your strategy is really efficient, if you are able to hit your targets with the strategy. Okay, so having a daily target is actually a good thing. Okay, the other thing, the other advantage why having a trading target is that advantage is that having a realistic trading target is actually a good idea, okay, and it actually makes trading a bit simpler. Okay, so let us say you have got a trading goal of having to make $10 a day. Well, that is very realistic and it's something achievable, and it can actually make trading for you easier. But if you just wake up from nowhere trying to make $1 million in one day, well, it's going to make forex trading harder because you're going to be making a lot of trades and not all trades are going to be profitable. Yeah, so it's going to stress you out. So these are the advantages I had for you on why you should have a target of how much you're supposed to be making every day. But what about the disadvantages? Are there any disadvantages on why you shouldn't have a target or a limit of how much money you're supposed to make? Well, let's find out. Okay, so the first disadvantage of having a trading limit or target is that when you fail to hit your target profit, you may be forced to trade aggressively or to enter more trades trying to recover or compensate for the losses you made. Okay, eventually this can actually lead into more losses, okay, and can actually mess up your trading strategy. So it's not a good idea having a trading target or limit. So what's the other disadvantage of having a target? So the other disadvantage is that having limits can as well hinder you from entering more trades, because when you make a $5 you stop and continue maybe the following day. But if the market is good and you decide to stop, you may like hinder yourself from entering more profitable trades which would have given you more profits. Okay, so these are the disadvantages and advantages I had for you on having daily targets. Okay, so now based on my experience, so what can I advise? Should you have your daily target or shouldn't you not have? Okay, so let me share my experience on how this has worked for me. Okay, so as for me, like when I started my trading, like, okay, I did try out this method of having a daily target, but here's what happened. In some days I was able to hit my daily target. In some days, okay, I was able to make more than my daily target. In some days I was able to make less, and in some days I was making negatives. So here's what happened. So in those days where I was able to hit my target and even make more, okay, the profits were actually compensating the losses in the days where I would make less or make negatives. So when it comes to this is something achievable in the long run, because not all days are the same. In just some days you make losses and so on, but if in some more days you're able to make profits, it's possible that the profits might cover up like the losses you make in some days. Okay, so I think this is a decision you have to make on your own when it comes to having targets. So give it a try and see how it goes for you. But I am sure you're going to experience the same, because not all days are the same. Sometimes you'll be able to make even more. Sometimes you want to be able to hit your target. So what I can advise is that when you fail to hit your daily target, don't let that really affect you. Like, you should really learn to control like your emotions. Okay, if you fail to hit your target profit, if the markets are bad, just stop, come back the following day, and you'll be able to do that to hit your daily target. So if you learned something from this video, give it a like, of course. For more videos like this, go on and subscribe. Bye for now. This is your boy Keith Renz.